What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Have You Seen Her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Favorite nerd. And today we are looking at the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legend Invisible Woman. This was found for me by my good friend Robert D, who is a maniac and lives in Brooklyn. I actually found a post online that said it was in this store. I texted him, asked him how close he was to the store. He said 5 miles. I asked if he could go and get her for me. He did, but in typical Robert fashion, he sent her along with some nonsense, which we will show today as opposed to a skit. So my friend Robert has more money than he has sense. Let's move these two back for just a second. So his gag, what he loves to do is he loves to buy people stuff they don't want. He loves to spend his hard-earned money for stuff that other people don't want but feel obligated to keep because he spent money for it and gave it as a gift. So let's go through the things that he bought and we'll read the little notes, because he included a note with like everything. So he bought me a Star Wars 3D mug of Darth Vader, and on the top, just so you can see I'm not lying, it says Lothlorien called, they want their mug back, making fun of my coffee mug that I have in my home. And then it says, P.S. whenever you put this down, you can say, I will finish what you started. Also, he bought me a Star Wars salt and pepper shaker, and it says underneath, fancy up the eggs on you. And then he bought me Star Wars heads, and it says on the bottom, or on the top rather, it says your balls. And then he bought me this, which I guess I have to review at some point, which is Trigger Happy from Titans Returns, because he knows I wouldn't want that, and he knows I'd feel obligated to review it if I had it. And he said, what did he say? Channel your inner deluxe. And then he bought me, well, he got this magic deck. And he says, it says, I unintentionally got this. I pass off the bad mojo onto you. So with that, let's get into the figure. Robert D is a complete and utter maniac, but a dear friend, and I do appreciate him getting this. So she comes with H.E.R.B.I.E, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool accessory. You know, there's nothing much to him. The head is on a ball peg. A huge ball peg, but it works like a champ. Yellow paint on the black plastic there. Green paint. I think that might be blue paint on green plastic inside there, but it looks good. You know, nothing special, but it's fine, and it's a nice little accessory, and it helps round out your collection. I hope that when they do Mr. Fantastic, that one of them comes with their son, Frank Richards, is that his name? And then Invisible Woman, we'll get to her in a second. She comes with an additional hand in the, like, using power mold that is going translucent from clear. It's a clear translucent, but black is painted at the bottom because she has like black gloves on, and it's like she's phasing out, which is cool. Really well done accessories, really dig them. Now let's get into the figure. It's a more slender face, which I think is good. It still doesn't look like, I think like this angle looks like Sue Richards, but like it doesn't look, it's not the most like dead on Sue Richards sculpt. I mean, it all depends on the artist that's doing it, but I don't think the face necessarily screams Sue Richards. That being said, the hair is washed, as we've been seeing as of late, which is a nice added touch, and the face is painted to the nines. Looks great. Eyes are painted well, they're centered, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, the lipstick, all that stuff is done extremely well. For her suit, let's talk about the paint detailing so we can just get that out of the way. We have the collar that's painted on. It's clean. It's not sculpted, but it's painted clean. We have the 4 symbol, which I'm not sure if that is intentional, but it's not like a solid blue ring. It's like the paint is like touch and go there. Do you see that? I guess it's intentional. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I like the way it looks, though. No floating belt, which is, I think, okay for this character. But we do have the belt painted on, and it's painted pretty well across the board. And then we have the gloves painted on. That's done clean as well, as is the boots, but it's actually the top of the boots because it's a darker plastic, and that's not the best. There is a difference in blue there. And now that I'm looking closer at it, focus, man. There we go. There is a difference in blue there. It's subtle. You won't notice on a shelf, but it is there. Not the best, but I guess it's what they had to do. Except with all these new shin pieces now, I wish they would just do this with the female sculpts, and then we could have got 2 clean pieces there, and it would have been a non-issue. So now that that's done, let's talk about articulation. Head is on a ball peg, ball hinge rather, so it does stick out a little further, but because of the hair, it kind of hides the sculpt breakup. I'll zoom in a taste. So I think it works. And then up as well. No problems. And then you get the swivel. Hair works really well on it. So good stuff. I'm okay with that. Arms are on disc hinges. They get you out to there, plus the 360. And then you get the elbow hinge, and the elbows are painted the same way. But you don't notice the paint differential as much, I have to say. Elbow hinge and then swivel. So it's not the gloves that are painted on. I think I might have said that. That's a mistake. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. The other side is a totally translucent arm with paint kind of loosely applied from the top to the bottom. It is like a clean cut. Like you could tell like the cut is exactly where the glove cut is, because I guess the glove is supposed to still be fading. But what it almost looks like, and why is this not focusing, is that the black hand, but the arm, like the fingers are phased out and the arm is phased out, but the black part of the hand is not. So that looks a little strange. The ball peg for the abdomen works well, and you get the swivel. This wrist hinge is in and out as well. I'm not sure if I said that. Articulation's the same. T-jointed ball joints for hips, not the best. Get you out to there. I'm not sure why these are so limited. I'm not sure what is going on there. I'm not sure why they're not widening that cut on the hips. It seems like a no-brainer. And then forward to about there. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, ankle tilt up a taste, down a good bit, and rocker. So all that works really well. So all in all, you know, typical kind of Marvel Legends articulation, and the paint, while maybe not all the best decisions, is pretty clean. And a real quick size comparison on my shelf, and she's in a weird place. Sorry about this, I just don't feel like getting a thing down. But I think that's the Marvel Select thing. I think that is perfect. So I will not be getting a Marvel Legends thing, but that, I love the size in comparison to Sue and the thing. Final thoughts wise, I know this is a short little review, no big deal, but I just wanted to have something for you guys. And I will say it's a pretty good figure. It's definitely worth the buy if you can find it. You know, I think most of us have been looking for an updated Fantastic Four, and it looks like Johnny Storm is next, so hopefully we'll get all four. The Hasbro is pretty good about that. I'll definitely give them credit for that. Like when you get one Insecticon, chances are two more Insecticons are coming. You get one Fantastic Four member, pretty good chance the other three are coming. So all in all, pretty well done. Couple issues, mainly with the cleanliness of the paint in terms of that light blue over that darker color. And the other only complaint I have is this hand, this holding hand with no accessory to hold. So that's pretty dumb, but you swap it out with the other hand and you're good to go. So I definitely recommend it. It's a pretty well-made unit. It's a welcoming character to get a hold of, and I think that the H.E.R.B.I.E really pushes it over the edge for me. Like, that's a pretty good accessory to include. It's like getting two figures. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.